This week on the Radio Control Show, we bring you our top 5 picks for the biggest RC game changers. This week's episode of the Radio Control Show is sponsored exclusively by HobbyKing.com. After the explosion of touring cars and minis, racers and bashers alike wondered what would be the next big thing. Their questions were answered when Traxxas launched its all-new Slash two-wheel drive short course truck. When it debuted, the Slash brought with it a revival of true-scale truck racing. It also gave users value, performance, and diversity right out of the box. The Slash grew in popularity so quickly that not only did it birth one of the biggest racing classes in history, it also propelled full-scale short course racing, like the popular Torque Series. From the very beginning, model airplane engines had driven model design forward. In the early 40s, the first gasoline-burning ignition coil engine set the stage for powered RC airplanes. The modern equivalent and possibly the greatest game changer of all time has to be the development of the RC turbine engine. Since the first flight in 1988 by Brian Seegers, the development of the turbine engines has greatly improved and completely changed the game forever. Today's RC turbine-powered aircraft can easily break the 200-mile-per-hour speed barrier. When it was released, the team-associated RC-10 was nothing short of revolutionary. Until then, off-road racing buggies were primitive-looking machines. The RC-10 was the first of its kind to include a ball diff that was accessible without taking the transmission apart. It also featured an A-arm suspension with adjustable upper links. This was something that would become the industry standard for the off-road vehicles. The overall design of the RC-10 set the benchmark for all buggies. The amazing Traxxas T-Max sparked one of the hottest aftermarket industries in RC history, and that's not the only thing that set it apart from other vehicles. Not only did it include a radio system that was already installed, it also came with the first generation of Traxxas Easy Start system. By simply plugging the Easy Start into a port on the back of the truck and pushing a button, you could fire up the engine, making handling a nitro vehicle easier than ever before. Its out-of-the-box value and unparalleled ease of use place the T-Max firmly in our list of RC game changers. For decades, radios were operated on 72 megahertz, and there was always the threat of interference. One of the biggest game changers has been the introduction of 2.4 gigahertz technology. With the addition of spread spectrum and frequency hopping technologies, we now fly RC planes without fear of losing the connection between our models and transmitters. This week's HobbyKing prize package includes a Quantum Vandal 4-wheel drive electric buggy, Turnigy GT-X3 radio system, brushless ESCN motor, programming card, My Digital High Torque servo, and hard case pack. This is one package you do not want to miss out on. Make sure to watch for this week's code and head over to facebook.com/The Radio Control Show for more prize information and to enter.
For anybody into rally racing, you know that the Dakar Rally is the race. It used to be held over in Europe, but a few years ago it was moved over to South America, where now it starts in Peru and ends in Argentina. Vehicles such as quads, dirt bikes, rally cars, and even these types of trucks raced over deserts, through the jungle, over mountains, and then through forests and riverbeds and everything else you can imagine to get to the finishes of each stage. There was no surprise this year when Traxxas came out with this Robby Gordon edition Dakar Slash. They partnered with Robby Gordon Racing and Speed Energy Drink to come up with this body scheme. It's available in 2 colors, the black which you see here as well as an orange one that looks just like the 2013 Hummer H3 that Robby drove in the Dakar Rally.
What do you think of the Robby Gordon edition Dakar Traxxas Slash? Head over to facebook.com/RCUCarAction and let us know. Be sure to also check out a full review in the upcoming June issue of Radio Control Car Action magazine. Mike Goodman of Los Angeles, California writes, I'm a new RC pilot and I love flying glow-powered models, but recently my engine started to act up. On the ground, the engine runs fine, but once in the air, it seems to get hot and quit. What can I do? Well, it sounds like your engine is leaning out during flight. Often, engine vibration can cause this. Here are a few things to check. First, make sure the fuel line is attached properly to the carburetor inlet fitting and not kinked. Look for obvious pinholes in the line that can leak air into the fuel. If you are running a pressurized tank, make sure the vent line is attached securely to the muffler pressure tap. Second, remove the fuel tank stopper and check the pickup line to ensure it isn't kinked or has any pinholes in it. If everything checks out okay, the problem is most likely a loose carburetor or a damaged O-ring seal. Here's what you can do next. First, unscrew the two side screws holding the carburetor in place and remove the carburetor. Then, remove the old O-ring using something that won't scratch or damage the metal sleeve. Wipe the carburetor sleeve clean and slip a new O-ring in place. Seat it up against the bottom of the carburetor. Reinstall the carburetor and screws and snug them into place. Finally, make sure the cap head screws in the engine head and back plate are also tightened. This is a common problem, but this technique should get you back in the air in no time. The celebration continues on AirAgeStore.com with 25% off all products in our March into Spring sale. Be prepared to hit the dirt or take the air. You'll find everything you'll need to know about radio control at AirAgeStore.com. This sale runs through March 31st. Remember, you have a chance to win up to all 5 prize packages in our HobbyKing.com March Madness sweepstakes. All you have to do is watch the show each week in March and look for the secret code. Then head over to facebook.com/The Radio Control Show and click on the Watch and Win tab at the top of the page. Fill out the form, put in the secret code, and you're entered to win. You can enter any of the 5 prize package codes at any time during the month. So if you missed last week's show, just go back, watch, and enter to win. It's that easy. Mark your calendars. One of our top 5 events, RCX, the Ultimate Radio Control Expo, is coming to the Long Beach Convention Center June 1st and 2nd. Watch pro drivers race head-to-head, see pro pilots perform insane stunts, check out hundreds of RC cars, trucks, planes, and helicopters, and get the latest RC gear at insanely low prices. You can get tickets at the door for $15 or online at rcx.com for $10. Doors open at 10 a.m. each day. For more information, log on to rcx.com. Head to your local hobby shop or newsstand for the May issues of Radio Control Car Action and Model Airplane News. Or get it now on AirAgeStore.com, iTunes, Amazon, or BarnesandNoble.com. Tune in next week when we reveal all 5 winners of our HobbyKing.com March Madness sweepstakes. Remember, you can win all 5 weeks worth of prizes. We will announce all the winners on April 5th. This show is sponsored by HobbyKing.com. New products are arriving in their USA warehouse every week, so pick up a great deal today.